Hello everyone! I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday today. We are back with a new game called A Story Beside. And from what I understand, this one's kind of an RPG. It was built in RPG Maker from what I've been told. Not quite sure, how grindy or anything it's about to get, but I don't think it should be too bad. Usually these games are fairly short. Also, where the heck did my... Hold on. My mouse seems to have gone off screen, but minor bump in game volume. Can hear it, but the birds are low. Okay, well, let's give that a bump up. I have no idea what the rest of the audio is about to be like. So, let's see here. Gonna get a new story going.
Tiny twinkling firelights.
Oh, there's voice acting.
We were
Cool.
meant to see them that night. Thousands upon thousands of them rushing into the sky like a great shining mist, surging with spirit and song, teeming like the sea. A spectacle we were to witness, painted across the sky in splendor. That's what the older folks were saying anyway. Sights like that, so achingly wondrous your breath catches in your throat and your heart forgets to beat. They tend to put me in a wistful sort of mind. I suppose that's what happened.
Can hear it
I've
very
come
good now.
to the
Glad.
final chapter of my story and feel the need to justify it all. To make all the choices I've made mean something in the end. In the classic tales, it's simple. Straightforward. Of course, the hero's life was worth living. He saved a kingdom, slew a dragon. But mine, it's a different sort of story. Not much there for the poets to fuss their pens over. I was just a girl, living in a quiet village on a quiet mountainside.
Sometimes those are the most important people of all, but let's see how things progress. Okay, Lyric. Now we're the heroes and you're the slime. Ready? You have to count down from 10. Now! Graham, Finn, let's hide. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ooh. Start looking now or wait all 10 seconds. Well, that would be the way to win, but, maybe we should be the lawful good character for this run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I get to look for people. Oh. Space or enter to interact with nearby people, objects, and icons. Okay. The dawn flowers are in full bloom. Dad says they glow brighter every year around the summer solstice. Game menu with X. Okay, yeah, that's pretty standard, I think, for save options. What do we got here? No time to rest. I have to look for my friends. Okay. Well, let's see here. What's down here? A dragonberry. Miss Imelda makes the best pies with these. Sure, I'll take the dragonberry. I'm supposed to be finding my friends, but, whatever works here, I think. Hey, it's a squirrel. I guess I need to access my inventory. Ah, okay. So that's all All well and good. We got a hint. Okay, but does it go peep? That's an excellent question. Oh, that's a different exit. Okay, that's not the exit I was expecting. Okay. We do not want to end the game. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that my friends are supposed to still be in this area. So I'm gonna walk back this way. I may have been paying attention to the wrong things if we could see which way they went, but let's see here. Yeah. Such a pretty color, but I can look at dawnflowers any old day. I need to find my friends. What we got in here? The village of Pyreside. All adventurers welcome upon these misty mountain paths. Okay. Are we... Nope. The village is out of bounds ever since Finn got too excited and stomped through his parents' vegetable patch. Okay, so I guess I was going the right way before. Okay. Good to know that the squirrels block your path, too. That's... I mean, it makes sense. They're a solid object just like anything else, but... that would be something that would be a little annoying if I were to play through a horror game in this style. Okay, I guess they're down here. Oh, there goes one of them. What do we got going on here? Pyre Woods. The peaceful village of Pyreside lies ahead. Well, but the village was off limits, so yeah. Huh? Did she go inside the old hunting cabin? Doesn't she know there's a new villager moving in today? What do we got going back here? This is a very, very glowy flower. Doesn't seem like it was something to interact with. Well. What are you doing in here, Kelsey? The new villager is moving in today. We really shouldn't. Huh? Don't be such a goody two-shoes. I don't see him right here right now, do you? No one will even notice if we peek around a little. Look at all this stuff. He's got old maps, fancy bottles, and... wow! A sword! It looks sharp, too! Do I be curious about the sword, or do I just go, we need to get out of here? I'm curious. A sword? Is it real? You're thick as manure sometimes. Of course it's real. He must be a true adventurer to have a sword like this. Mother told me all about this new villager, of course. She said he's moving here all the way from Rivermill. That's in the southeast. Is this him and his wife? She's sort of pretty, I guess. Wonder what happened to her. Mother said he's moving here alone. Kelsey, he'll probably be back soon with another cart full of his things. We need to get out of here. Oh, how shiny! What a pretty necklace! How does it look on me? Mother says it's easy to be fooled, but I think this is a real sapphire. Look how it glitters! Kelsey, can we not steal things, please? That's just inviting trouble. Yeah, we're gonna tell Kelsey to put it back, I think. Instead of saying, can I try it on? Put the necklace back, Kelsey. I'm not kidding around. Ugh, you're so boring. Here, you can put it back yourself. Just one thing. You have to take it from me first.
Kelsey Martin was stubborn, stuck up, and self-centered.
Those are three words
also
for him.
happened to be my best friend. You take what you get in a little town like Pyreside. Better or
Fair
worse.
enough. Oh no. What were you chasing me for, Lyric? You broke the fancy bottle. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What are we gonna do? Of course she blames me. You're the one that started it. I didn't even want to come here in the first place. Well, whatever. Let's just get out of here, okay? You can admit that you started it later. Oh. Busted.
Huh?
Who are you? What were you doing in my cabin? I think the answer here might be the honest truth. That seems like the best option. We live in the village. I'm Lyric, and this is my friend Kelsey. We were just playing a game. And you decide to ransack my cabin? Well then, you steal anything? Break anything? Out with it. We were playing a game, that's all. And now we should get home before our parents start worrying. Your parents can wait. The two of you are going to stand right there while I make sure all of my things are precisely where I left them. If either of you move a single step, then I'll know you're guilty. He'll notice that spill right away. What should we do? Oh. So, not content to break into my home, you decide to break open a bottle of my precious southern wine. Do you have any notion how far I've carried that bottle? What the taste of home might mean to me in this forsaken place? Everything I've been drowning in lately, and here comes a pair of snot-nosed children making it worse. Wonder what stars fallen from the sky to turn my luck so black.
Huh?
Dad? What are you doing here? And Graham? Pardon me, will you, Lyric? I'd like to speak with Mr. Byrne. Greetings to you, Byrne. Pleased to see you again. James, was it? Wish I could say the same. Your daughter and her friend have been causing me more than a little grief. Yes, I might have heard something about that. Graham, would you like to step forward and tell Mr. Byrne about what you told me? Or tell Mr. Byrne what you told me, rather? I was the one who broke into your house. I thought it'd be the perfect hiding spot. The others had nothing to do with it. When I heard you coming, I didn't want to get in trouble, so I ran away into the woods. Young Graham nearly barreled into me on the forest path, breathless and out of sorts. He confessed what he'd done almost immediately. If your story is true, boy, why were your friends inside when I arrived? And who broke my bottle of wine? Why don't you start from the beginning, Graham? I think we all need to hear the entire story. Okay, well, we were playing a game of heroes and slimes.
Sweet Graham Dunnett. Charming, in a simple sort of way. Always thought he was so noble, falling on his sword to save us girls from a bit of trouble. Might have been keen on him, back in those days.
So, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean any harm by it. Lyric? Lyric Heart? Is this true? Graham broke the bottle on his own, and you and Kelsey were simply helping him clean up? I trust you'll be honest with your father. Well, there's an honest route, and then there's taking the easy way here. I'm trying to be mostly... I think I'm gonna try and be mostly honest here, yeah. It was kinda Kelsey's fault on this one, not gonna lie. Kelsey was the one who broke the bottle. We were playing inside and she knocked it over by accident. Graham's just trying to protect us. Lyric was chasing me, Mr. James. I kept telling her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. It wasn't my fault. Well, regardless of whose fault it was, all three of you are going to help Mr. Byrne clean up that spill. No, that's not necessary. Just stay away from me and stay away from my things. All you rotten children. Snooping around in Mr. Burns' things was inconsiderate and irresponsible. Should have more sense than that, all three of you. Lyric, come with me. Sounds like we need to chat about the importance of respecting our neighbors. Graham, Kelsey, back up to the village. I'll be telling your folks what happened here, and I won't hear any arguments. So this mess started with a harmless game of heroes and slimes. You and your friends running around the woods. Lyric Heart, I know I'm usually the gentle pushover kind of parent, but I can't help but be a little disappointed in you this time. Tell me, what is it you did wrong? I'm gonna go with went into the cabin in the first place. I shouldn't have gone inside the cabin with Kelsey, especially now that it's somebody's house. I'm sorry, Dad. While that's true, it's not the reason I'm disappointed. Suppose I'll just tell you then. Got caught? Yep. We definitely got caught. You played an entire game of heroes and slimes and never once thought to ask your old man for advice. Champion hider I was back in the day.
Huh?
Really? You're not upset with me? What need do I have to be upset? You made a mistake, you apologized, and you won't let it happen again. I trust you on that. Besides, it's clear there are more important things I need to teach you. This way, Hart. You won't find the perfect hiding spot with your eyes only. Move some brush, climb a tree. You gotta think outside the box. Dad, it's only a game! This time, but what happens when a king behemoth gets loose in these woods and thinks a pretty little girl would make for a tasty snack? Luckily, you've got your old man to show you all the secrets these trees have to hide. Come now, it's not much farther. That's pretty. What do you think, Hart? Your grandfather called it the mana tree. All those pyrolites certainly seemed like it.
Huh.
It's so big! Is it the tallest tree in the whole forest? It very well could be. The soil here in the mountains is dry and rocky, so most trees can only stretch their roots so deep. Now, my favorite hiding place is here in this glade. Why don't you try looking around for it? Yeah, that's a... Hiding place in the glade. Is this it? What, inside the log? Never choose a spot you can't easily get yourself out of. Too easy to be trapped inside, that was kind of what I was thinking. could try leaping to the other bank, but if you slip, everyone's sure to hear the splash, to say nothing of soggy shoes. Wiggle wiggle, trying to find a spot to hide here. Where is the favorite hiding spot? That's there should be at least another interaction thingy here somewhere. That was for across the way. In here? No? Sorry, Heart. Won't be getting any hints from me. It's definitely not outside of this glade, but where is there a... I already looked in the log. Ponder. Oh! You might think you're well hidden back there, but I can still see patches of violet through the leaves. Keep looking. Don't give up, Lyric. I know you'll find the perfect spot. I'm gonna assume there's something back here, maybe? No? Oh! Well, you're getting warmer. The way the head just popped out. Well done! That low branch round the back makes a perfect foothold for climbing. And who would think to look for you up there? Of course, if they do climb up after, you'll need a quick plan of escape. Any brilliant ideas? Jump down or climb down? That looks a little high for a jump. It looks just a smidge high. But... I could jump down. If someone was climbing up after me, I think that's what I would do. Well, aren't you brave? But yes, I'd have to agree. I think jumping is your best shot at a quick escape. Lyric Heart, I'd never force you to do this. Are you scared? I would probably be a little scared. A little. It's a long way down from up here. It's okay to be scared, Heart. Even the bravest adventurers get scared sometimes on their journeys. The secret is having strong and loyal companions to draw courage from in the dark times. It's how every hero prevails in the end. Lucky as you are, you've got them in spades. Your mother would do anything for you. Your sister and your grandmother as well. And of course you have me. I'll always be here to catch you. Remember that, Heart. Why does that dialogue scare me? Are you ready? Here we go. There we we are, Lyric. Inherited a fair bit of your mother's pluck, didn't you? You barely even hesitated. Just don't go growing up too fast, will you? Your old man still likes to feel needed from time to time. Don't be silly, Dad. How can I stop myself from growing up? Well, isn't that the age-old question? If you ever find an answer, I hope you'll share it with the rest of us. Come now, Hart. It's time to head back to the village. Your mother must be wondering where we've been. I'm going up to the inn to see if your mother needs any help. Join us there soon, Hart. I'm certain she'll have a task for you as well. Alrighty. We are back to controlling the...
Huh?
Why doesn't Hannah bother putting up these notices? The only people who ever come to our village festivals already know about them. Well, you know, they need to know when. When is still a good thing to know. Hey, we have a chicken. Or a rooster. So adorable. I want to be friends with every baby animal in the world. Oh, goats. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but... Don't be nervous now, Low Lyric. They're only curious. I mean, goats can push you over really easily. They don't look like they're gonna attack, but they if you've ever been to a petting zoo with goats, especially if you have the snacks, they will be super pushy. They would be like the pushiest critters in that petting zoo. A little nervous. Their horns look pretty dangerous. They do, don't they? Lucky for us Oryx horns are just for show. They use them to attract mates and little else. It's a shame, really. They're perfectly gentle, harmless creatures, but those horns have made them a target for poachers for centuries. Here, go ahead and take this. It'll help you make fast friends. Are you gonna give me food for them? It's a branch. Okay. It's a root? It's a root. Okay. That there is dream root. It only grows here in these mountain woods, and the Oryx can't get enough of it. Looks like you got a few takers already. To your left is a sunlight Oryx. You can tell from the sheen in her brown coat. Daybreak wool is the softest. Warmest wool... Hold up. Daybreak wool is the softest, warmest wool you'll ever find. On your other side's a moonlight Oryx. Coats come in shades of black or white, but what's truly special about them is their milk. Midnight milk is known across the land for its rich and filling flavor. Said you can live off it for weeks. Ooh. Soft wool or rich milk? Soft wool, rich milk. I think this is a choice between comfort and food. Kinda. This seems like a potentially important choice that I'm not sure which one to go with. Food? She was so happy to take it. But what about the others, Mr. William? Aren't they hungry? Don't you fret, Low Lyric. I've got plenty of dream root to go around. Dragged myself away from the cows in the barn to feed these beauties. Hand-feeding an oryx helps create a personal bond. Luna there won't be forgetting your generosity anytime soon. It's important we treasure our friendship with these wondrous creatures. Sad truth is, there aren't many of them left. A particular diet along with coin-hungry poachers make it hard for them to thrive anywhere but these mountains. In fact, these are likely some of the last domesticated orcs in the entire realm. We've got to look after them with special care. So sad. So sad. I wonder if they get lonely. In a way, it's sad, yes, but it also makes each one of them more precious, more meaningful a friend. That's how I try to see it, anyway. In any case, thanks for helping me out. Luna thanks you too. And hope she'll be back soon with more Dream Root. So, I'm glad I interacted with that. That was a nice little cutscene type thing. Thank you for your help. Our Oryx friends need a lot of looking after. Alright, let's talk to who you are. Is this Dad?
Huh?
No, okay. If it isn't Little Lyric! Heard you had quite the afternoon running around with my two boys. Got yourself in a right bit of mischief and all. That Kelsey could stand a lesson or two in manners if you ask me. Her folks will spoil her right rotten if they're not careful. Forgive me, dear. Forgot who I was talking to. But wait, you might be the perfect person to help me with something. Don't go frowning like that. It'll only take a moment. I know how precious your time is, young as you are. See, my husband and I have been working to fix up this raised bed for a new crop. We ran into a bit of a snag deciding what to plant. Miss Molly, what does this have to do with me? Have a little patience, will you? I'm getting to that part. Lean towards a beautiful flower garden. Imagine glancing out the farmhouse window and seeing some real color blooming out here. William, on the other hand, reckons an herb garden would be best for teas and salves and the like. A dull, practical choice. So then, after days of bickering, I suggested we should turn the decision over to someone with no horse at all in our race. You're as impartial as they come, Little Lyric. What do you think? Take your time, even if there's only one clear choice. Well, we went with the quote-unquote practical choice, well, the goats were still, the wool was still a practical choice in that case. But went with the milk. There's a lot of flowers around, but let's go for a flower garden. I'm feeling the flower garden. A flower garden would be so pretty. I think you should plant flowers. Lovely. I knew you'd come through for me, dear girl. Now I just need to mix and match the right varieties. And inform my beloved husband, of course. You made the right choice, Little Lyric. Just you wait till all my fragrant flowers start to bloom. Who we got over here? Oh, hey, Lyric! Wanted to hear a hilarious joke I made up? Why did the airship crash into the ocean? Because the pilot was a tomato! Get it? Tomatoes can't fly airships. I thought my jokes were bad. Do we want to be, let's encourage him, let's encourage him to try and come up with a better one. Because that's a little mean, going just full out stupid there. Let's encourage the hilarious here. That's hilarious, Finn! Tomato would make a terrible pilot. Yeah, that's why the joke is so funny. I'm gonna tell it to everyone in the village at dinner. Alright, good luck. I can't wait for dinner. I'm gonna eat 10 plates of food. good luck with that too. Hang on, what we got here? The Dunnett Farmhouse. Fresh homegrown produce available at our stall. So, I assume that's the stall. Graham's family always has fresh fruits and veggies for sale. I bet we'll be having some for dinner tonight. Let's examine some more here. Dunnett Barnyard. Take care not to disturb our birds and beasts. I think I might have already disturbed some of them. Just saying. What do we got going over here? Oh, blacksmith? Hilton Hammer. Reliable weapons and armor at affordable prices. Hello. Oh, Lyric. Not bothered by the loud clanging, eh? Myself, I'll take hammer on steel over the twins' constant bickering any day. They're at it again inside. Had to step out, clear my head. Hard to believe those two shared a womb. Can't share so much as a toolbox these days. They do seem to fight a lot. All the time, actually. Suppose it's just siblings being siblings. But then you and your sister get on like bread and butter, don't you? Well... well, we do fight sometimes. She gets mad when I touch her things. Glad to hear it. Yours looks like the perfect saintly family from the outside, but I suppose we're all only human. Get along now, Lyric. Gotta set these blades to cooling before dinner. Off you go, Lyric. Always more work needs doing. We'll go inside, I guess. Let's talk to the twins. Cutscene. You're seriously still mad at me, Sestra? After all this time? You could sure hold on to a grudge. It's not a grudge. You leave my tools lying around all the time. The wrench was just one example. Oh, and Sestra means little sister, Blockhead. We're twins. Does it really? Okay, you caught me. I never paid much attention to Miss Prim's lessons. To be fair, I was the victim of some pretty intense bullying from one of the other students. Sorry, I'm getting ready to read this off. This is... We were homeschooled. I was the only other student. Yeah, and you were a huge bully. Still are. So that's how you want to settle this. Another bloody nose? Bring it on, Sestra. You can barely lift your hammer with those girly arms. Oh, hey there, Lyric. Welcome to Hilton Hammer. Reliable weapons and armor at affordable prices. How can we help? What was that about? What were you just fighting about? It sounded serious. Actually, maybe you could settle it for us. You're a neutral third party. You'll be able to see right away my blockhead brother is wrong. My sweet, not at all screwy sister is mad because I occasionally borrow her backup toolbox while I'm working on a piece for the shop. And my brother thinks it's just nifty leaving my tools on whatever random table tickles his fancy, like they were his. And my sister thinks it's just swell getting furiously angry about it even though she never even needs the tools I borrow. So, what do you think? I mean, if you're gonna borrow tools, you should probably put them back where they go. Regardless of whether she needs them at that moment. That's kind of how I'm leaning here. Even if it's an old toolbox, it still belongs to Brianna. And you should respect other people's things. Exactly. I knew I liked you, Lyric. Well then, back to work. Yeah, back to work. Do-do-do-do. Thanks for siding with me, Lyric. I can't believe my blockhead brother sometimes. No respect at all for my things. It's not really about the tools, you know. Brianna doesn't care about the tools. She just gets so cranky and takes it out on me. Well, you know, you could have mentioned something. Anyway, I know she gets... I know there was mention of bullying, but just... yeah. Let's go inside the other houses if we can. Oh, hello. Finn must have fallen in the river again. I wonder if Miss Molly ever gets tired of drying his clothes. Okay, we can't go in there. Wait, Lyric! Dad says no one is allowed in the barn today. He says the Orc's calves need to sleep. Okay. Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. That might be the case. And what's in the house? This is a cute house. Oh. So humiliating trying to spell in front of everyone. Kelsey's never going to let me live that down.
Huh?
Is there an extra E in sovereign? I still don't know. Depends on what you mean by extra E, I guess? Like, where is it? Not just gonna dig through Miss Molly's wardrobe looking for treasure. I'm not an adventurer. Love when games call this out. Good one, Lyric. Oh, we're being snoopy in other ways, though. Hold on. Okay, I think this is probably going to be the mom. So, okay. Journal entry, 18 star month. Something funny happened this morning. I was tending to our newborn chicks and found myself whistling an old farmer's tune to pass the time. When I turned to move away, every single one of the creatures turned and began hopping after me. Stopped whistling to marvel at their odd behavior, at which points they lost interest and returned to their mothers. For whatever reason, this particular gaggle of chicks seems to love the sound of whistling. I'm honestly not sure what to do with this knowledge. Perhaps I'll show Graham and Finn and their little friends. Should delight them for at least a moment or two before they rush off on their next adventure. Okay, that's the same thing. Oh. I was able to interact with the wardrobe even though I went through the door. At least they patched out potential bug in that situation. Okay, what do we got here? Miss Molly is so great. My ma'am would never let me leave toys all over the floor. Pet cat plus pet fish equals empty fish tank. And we're so careful bringing them in from the creek. Yeah, that does seem like a logical result there. Ah, more stuff to interact with. Looks like the perfect spot for a little gray kitty. Wonder where Smokey went off to anyway. Okay, let's see here. Who we got? There you are, Lyric. Hey, you think Kelsey's folks let her have it for breaking that bottle?
Huh?
I don't think so. Kelsey's parents let her get away with anything.
Oh.
Yeah, you're probably right. Why'd you let her take the blame anyway? I was trying to cover for her. Well, there's my reasoning. I had to tell the truth. Mom and Dad don't taught me to always be honest. I had to tell the truth. Guess I can't blame you for that. I just didn't want Kelsey to be grounded from the festival or anything. Sorry. I like hanging out, all of us together. Thanks, Graham. It's sweet of you looking out for us like that, even if Kelsey doesn't appreciate it. Don't sweat it. You're embarrassing me. Anyway, I'll see you at dinner, Lyric. Should be a fun night. At a well. Isla says I'm not strong enough to draw water from the well. I bet I could if I tried. I just don't want to. What we got going on here? The Astral Apothecary. Healing herbs, divine drafts, and special spices. The time-consuming part of any RPG is just talking to everybody in town because, yeah. Oh, don't mind me, dear. You know how your Nana likes to fuss over seating arrangements for our big village dinner. Anyone special coming? Is anyone special planning to come tonight? Anyone special? My dear, the whole village will be in attendance. But I suppose you meant anyone out of the ordinary. I'd be most surprised if any of those adventurers at the inn decided to join us. Too wrapped up in their own affairs as usual. We're expecting Mr. Byrne, the guardsman who just moved into the old cabin on the cliff. Rumor has it the two of you have met. I don't think he likes me very much, or my friends. There's plenty of time to make a second impression, dear. All the time in the world. If he decides to stay here in Pyreside, that is. Anyway, dear, where would you prefer to sit? With your little friends as usual, or will you charm us family members with your company? Ooh, that's the call. That's the tough call. Sit with family or sit with friends. You know, I'd like to know more about the family. We're probably going to have time to talk to friends later on, but let's talk to family. I'll sit with you and my parents this time. Maybe next to Isla. A pleasant surprise. I'll take that into account. Now go ahead, run along and play. Your Nana can handle the place settings. Is there anything interesting back here? Maybe? Ma'am says I shouldn't feed the ducks. She says it's best for them to find their own food. Dad lets me do it anyway. Ooh. This seems like it might be an important decision. I think I'm gonna keep the dragonberry in that case. Let them find their own food, and in case I need it for something later on. What are we looking at here? The Sleepy Dragon. Warm beds and brews for weary travelers. Okay, so that's the inn.
What's there to say of the Sleepy Dragon? Suppose most folks would mark it a humble inn on a little hill. But to my family, Mum and Dad, Nana, my sister and me, it was our castle, our livelihood, my home.
I'll interact with that more in a sec. What we got going on elsewhere? Oh, I would have thought that would be something to interact with, but... Hey! Title screen!
That view. Oh, that view. Even as a child, I knew how lucky I was to have it. Songbirds flitting across the sky, moonfish shimmering in the lake, and the most romantic sunsets a girl could dream of.
That is
Steps away
a
from our
wonderful
door.
view.
Long, lazy hours I spent soaking it all in.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, there's Kelsey. We'll interact with her in a sec. What do we got going on here? Oh, right, the apothecary. What is to the right of the apothecary? The Blossom Boutique, only the finest garments and specialty apparel. Ah, so the accessory shop, essentially. Oh. Looking good, Albie. Scare any mean crows today? Ma'am says she doesn't like strawberries. But how could someone not like strawberries? They're delicious. I agree with that statement. Strawberries are great. This is probably just going to take me up where Kelsey is, but yeah, basically. So let's go into the apothecary and the accessory shop and whatnot. Accessory shop! Hello! Did you need something, Lyric? Kelsey is playing outside if you're looking for our darling daughter. Thanks, Mr. Miles. Just poking around. Goodness, my stomach is growling something fierce. But I need to stay strong until dinner. Sneaky, sneaky. Wow! Mr. Miles and Miss Eva charge a lot of money for their fanciest outfits. I think I'm stuck with hand-me-downs. Oh, so now it's kind of unsurprising how Kelsey wound up so spoiled. Wonder what Miss Eva's working on next. Probably something really pretty. Oh, Cussy! You look even fluffier than usual today. Is there still a dog under all that fur? I get to pet the dog. Awesome. Oh, this is probably Miss Eva. Lyric, sweet girl. Are your shoes holding up? Last I mended them, I didn't know you'd be wearing them gallivanting about the woods. Yes, thank you, Miss Eva. I really only had the one pair. Well, except for my fancy slippers. Is something wrong with your dress slippers? I would think a festival night like tonight would be the perfect occasion to show them off. Well, I haven't seen them, so I don't know whether they're ugly or not. There's a very strong chance they're uncomfortable, though, because dress shoes usually are. They hurt my feet, Miss Eva. Do they have to be so pointy? Well, comfort isn't always the first consideration when it comes to fashion. That style is caught on like wildfire in the capital city. Go ahead and run along, sweet girl. I'll see what I can do about stitching you a new pair of slippers before the next festival. Well, she seems nice. She's fancy, but she seems nice. In the realm's largest city, fashion is an ever-changing beast. It's not easy keeping up in a little town like Pyreside. Is there anything? Yeah, there's another door. And to think I was gonna say steal her dog. Oh my god, dude. I mean, I wouldn't disagree per se with that. Yeah.
Huh?
Kelsey really uses all these oils and perfumes. She does smell nice, but that seems like so much work. Okay, so this is a tabloid. Apparently. Social scoop for all the latest stories and styles. Prince Seth fosters newborn puppy. It's true, ladies. We have yet another reason to love Prince Sephil. Oh, hold on. Love Prince Sephil Johansson A. Harris. The Royal Dreamboat was recently spotted on one of his woodland hunts with a brand new spaniel puppy. As if we could swoon any harder. More adorable details inside. Hotter clothes for cooler days. Don't be distracted by the summertime sun. Autumn is right around the corner and you don't want to be caught flaunting any outdated looks. Want to know what trends fashion designer Esther Swain is predicting for the fall? Find out inside. I can't believe she gets these delivered every single month. Who cares about these people? I can't fully disagree with that statement, but... you know, who doesn't like hearing about a new puppy? Did I? Yeah. I did interact with that before. Boop-a-doop-boop. Gotta meet the townsfolk. Boop. Aha. Oh, this is going to be fun to read. Okay. Cabinet inventory, 19th star month. 32 volume ragwort eye drops, clear sharpen eyesight. 60 volume Queen's Basil, treats burns, cuts rashes. 14 volume Phoenix down feathers, revitalizes soul and body. 36 volume Tea Tree Elixir, soothes aura, restores spirit energy in battle. 19 volume Prophet Seed, induces brief rush of vitality and severe come down. 27 volume Buttercup Extract, provides relief for expectant mothers. 30 volume Clary Sage, promotes hair growth. 21 volume Dream Root, attracts, charms wild creatures. 83 volume Slime Jelly, coats metal with durable polish. 25 volume Kelpie Hoof, increases travel speed in rivers and swamps. 39 volume Balvorn Venom, inflicts poison. Hey Hawkeye, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Do all these elixirs and remedies really work? That's a good question, but usually in RPGs the answer is yes. I do not recommend trying weird herbs and such without consulting a doctor of some variety, you know, to know what the interactions are. Dozens of tiny jars, each with a different mixture inside. This one could give me magical strength. That one could infect me with poison. I guess that's why Mr. Joseph labels them so carefully. Hanging herbs by the fireplace helps dry them out quicker. Miss Imelda taught me that when I was little. I think we're talking to Imelda? Good afternoon, sweetheart. Or is it evening already? When you get to be my age, time just slips through your fingers. Well, she doesn't seem that old to me. Poppycock. A little too polite for your own goods, you are. I've lived a very long, very full life, thank you very much. If I bought the farm this very night, stars forgive the thought, I'd not have much to complain about on the path to paradise. Now then, sweetheart, anything I can do for you? Oh. I skipped it, but I guess this is where I want to use the Dragonberry. How delightful! Did you find this in the forest? Rare to find one so perfectly ripe and so juicy. What a dear, always bringing you the berries you find on your little adventures. I'd like to return the favor this time if I might. Truthfully, I can't take all the credit for the pies you and your little friends love so much. I'm simply following an old family recipe. I've always kept it a secret, but as Joseph and I never had any children of our own, well, I'll need to pass it down to someone, won't I? Imelda's traditional dragonberry pie. We'll read that off in a second. Doing okay? Just got home from a dental cleaning? Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing okay and that the dental visit wasn't too involved, you know. Getting away with just a cleaning is, you know, I always take that as kind of a good sign. It's like, oh, everything's fine. We just need to take care of the bits that you can't do yourself, you know? Or, you get what I'm saying. The specialized tools and whatnot. Okay, Imelda's traditional dragonberry pie. For the pastry, 2 cups fairy flour. I'm gonna... You know, fairy flour doesn't exist in the real world. I think we might go with cake flour in that case. 8 tablespoons of butter cut into pieces. 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar. Half teaspoon of pyre salt. For the filling, 5 cups for fresh dragonberries stemmed. 1 cup sugar, 1 pinch pyre salt. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. And a half teaspoon of nutmeg seed. Well, most of these are things that... I wonder, how many of these could actually... How much of this could actually be reproduced in the real world? Dragonberries. Well, we saw strawberries were a separate thing, so maybe we go with blueberry in this case. Oh, yum! I can bake my own dragonberry pies with this? Well, it's not as simple as you make it sound. A recipe isn't a magic spell, you know. You've got to work at it, perfect your practice over time. But keep at it, sweetheart, and I dare say your desserts will be the mouth-watering sort before you know it. It's definitely a reprieve, right? Yeah. You be sure to treasure that recipe. It's been in my family for generations. Always a festival favorite. Oh, triggered a cutscene. Oh, it's Joseph. Oh, Lyric! What a pleasant surprise. I was just on my way to ask my darling wife for a stroll. So many pretty sights this evening. Firelights dancing in the tall grass and all that. Perhaps you would care to join us. Blue or black berries would work it well in the recipe. Yeah, that sounded like a really good recipe. Let's take a stroll, why not? That sounds wonderful, Mr. Joseph. Thank you for the invitation. Such lovely manners. James and Caroline certainly have done right by you and your sister, haven't they? Give me a moment to fetch my dear wife and another for her to fuss in front of the looking-glass. Oh, she'll be so delighted to have you along. Yeah, I know, she just gave me your recipe. So, I'm guessing that, I'm guessing she likes me, so that, yeah. It seems like a pretty safe bet. What a perfect evening for a festival. Not a single cloud in the sky. And so many firelights already twinkling in the treetops, as if they're preparing for their big moment. Are you looking forward to tonight, Lyric? Sir, surely your folks told you what to expect. They told me there's going to be thousands of pyre-lights. Ma'am said they all rise up over the lake together. Indeed they do. It's a mystical gathering that only happens once every 7 years on the night of the summer solstice. Joseph and I have watched each and every one over the last 50 years, and it never fails to take our breath away. The origins of the festival are simply fascinating. It dates back centuries when Queen Ambi still claimed rule over these lands. You must have come across the Queen in your studies, the most vile and wretched tyrant our realm has ever seen. Does such a charming young girl need to hear this story, Joseph? I can handle it. I've read all sorts of fairy tales. Oh, that recipe sounded surprisingly similar to your grandmother's recipe? Minus nutmeg? Huh, yeah, that does sound like a pretty solid pie recipe then.
Well,
Queen Ambi was no fairy tale child. She was regrettably real and horrifyingly cruel in her conquest. Wherever she would send her shadow army, tragedy and plague would follow, cursing and scarring the very land itself. Backstory time. Oh boy. This is gonna take a sec. Raspy voices galore. Her army set on a chilling march across the northern plains, razing every village in their path. Sorry about the headphones unplugging there. Yep, here we go. Eventually, when there was nowhere else to run, a small band of survivors fled into these very mountains. They were pursued by the Queen's Shadow Guard, forced to the very edges of these cliffs. A dire situation indeed. But they never lost hope. This is where things turn around. Dear, I was on a roll! But you're right, of course. Turning to the horizon, the surviving villagers did the only thing they could think to do. They prayed with all their hearts. They prayed to the sky and to the spirits of the friends and family they had lost.
Huh?
They prayed? What did that do? Well, at that moment, when it seemed their fates were sealed, a dazzling sea of pyrelights burst forth from the hills and valleys. All of the shadow guards vanished in a single moment. Said that in each pyrelight shone the spirit of someone who'd fallen at the Queen's hands. Thousands and thousands of them. They'd gathered in a blaze of light and magic to force Queen Ambi from the mountains and offer sanctuary to those who lived on. That was many years ago, but we still benefit from their blessing today. We owe so much to those gentle spirits. The enchanted glow of the dawn flowers, the rich soil that makes our garden so bountiful, it's all thanks to their magic. That's why the festival is so lovely. A beautiful reminder every 7 years that the pyrelights are watching over us. Speaking of the festival, why don't we head back up to the village? We wouldn't want to tire ourselves out too much. Thank you for joining us, Lyric. Such a pleasant little stroll. Only difference is your grandma would use pudding to keep the pie moist. In this case, blue or blackberry. Oh, that put us back at the beginning of the area, but I think we only have one more... place to go, and that's the... No, did we go in here? I think that's the apothecary. Yeah, that's the apothecary. Okay. That's the inn over there. We need to talk to Kelsey, I think. I'm not talking to you. Mother says I can't have any dessert tonight because you went and told on me. Sorry, Kelsey. Didn't want Graham to... Don't bother. I'm never gonna forgive you. Just go away. Nothing you say or do is gonna cheer me up. Okay, I tried again. Oh, there's a mill over here. I'm not allowed inside the creepy old windmill, which is fine by me. Kelsey says she hears ghosts crying in there at night. Well, she also says that I need to go away, so... Okay, yeah, that's the view in the back of the town, so we finally... Oh, what did I miss here? Did I have an interaction point here? No. Okay. It was a thought. Into the house. There you are, Lyric. Your father said you wouldn't be far behind him. Been busy today, have you? Yeah, I guess so. I was playing Heroes and Slimes with my friends. Well, you managed to avoid most of the cooking, but I could use yours and Isla's help dishing up. Dinner's nearly ready to serve. Come talk to me soon when you're ready to give your darling mother a hand, okay? Do we have a cat? We have a cat! Even when it's warm outside, you never stray too far from the fireplace, do you, Stormy? Good kitty. I just want to hear the purring over and over again. There we go. Okay, we have Isla, I think.
Isla's my sister.
Isla's. Okay, my bad.
Only flatter than one of us. She's older, for one, friendlier, cleverer, and far more talented. Oh, and very pretty. Cannot forget that. Nobody else ever did.
Oh, she actually was playing the piano. Okay. Cuts out the music because she stopped. Alright. Oh, hey, Minnow. I wasn't sure I'd see you before dinner. Figured Dad would have put you to work after your low adventure.
Huh?
Does the whole village know about that already? What did you expect? Gossip moves fast when you can count your neighbors on two hands. Especially gossip about a new villager. Kelsey told her folks he was pretty nasty to you. Is that true? I mean, he was mad more than he was mean, I think. Not really. He was mad, but only because we went in his house and broke a bottle. Kelsey's just being dramatic. What a surprise. Listen, Minnow. I know she's your best friend and all, but Kelsey sure is a brat sometimes. You're telling me. You're telling me, Isla. Anyway, did you want to practice on the piano? Sure. I should practice that song you've been teaching me. Minigame time, I guess. Whenever you're ready. You remember the first few notes, don't you? Okay. Okay. Hey. There you go. The notes are sounding good, but it looks like you still need to work on your hand placement. Here, why don't you shift over a bit? I'll fill in the harmony and we can play together. Watch my hands. Oh. Nope. Oopsies. That sounded nice. After I actually remembered the order of the keys. Your form is improving every day. I think you'll be better than me before too long. Maybe even better than Ma'am.
Huh?
I don't know. I can't even play both parts yet. Well, that's what practice is for, Minnow. You've got to keep at it. Speaking of practice, I should get back to mine. I hope I can play that well someday. Pet the cat. Up the stairs. Let's do some exploring. Aha. Isla hates it when I touch her things, but Nana says it's important to keep the whole inn tidy. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's make the bed. Hope she's not too mad. Isla's top secret diary, 19 star month. Tonight's the big night. Mom and Dad have been talking all week about how beautiful the festival's going to be. I don't remember the last one very well. I was only 7, so I truly can't wait. I just know it's going to be wonderfully romantic. Me and you-know-who made a plan to find ourselves some privacy. There's a secret overlook just east of Miss Eva's house. All you have to do is squeeze through the laurel bushes growing at the edge of the cliff and then throw yourself off. Because, Lyric, I know you're reading this. I told you not to touch my diary. Oh! Busted. We were just told to jump off a cliff. Oh gosh. Whoops.
Huh?
Busted. How does she always know? Oh, she's your sister, for one. Kelsey says playing with dolls is for babies. I should hide my castle before she stays over again. What should I wear for the festival tonight? Ooh. Green seems like it might be fitting for things. Green like a grasshopper on a leaf. Pretty much what I was thinking. Yeah, that looks nice, I think. Sir Cuddles, brave defender of the bedroom kingdom, how fare thee? Give thy lady princess a full report on the day's events. Nothing to report, huh? What a boring kingdom. Sounded like they actually recorded a cat. Yeah. That's why I needed to replay that a few times. What we got here. Ma'am hates this cloak. It's ancient, but Dad refuses to get a new one. What we got going on here? I think... Oh, okay, this is a novel? Oh, this is a spicy novel. Oh, this is about to be a... Hold on, I just got an alert for something. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got distracted by that. This is a spicy novel. Okay, let's see. How am I going to... Rain was pouring down in heavy sheets. Isabel watched it through the tavern windows, listening to the thunderous sounds of clanging steel and wild cheers as the soldiers filled the city. The Red Knights had finally returned from their glorious campaign, and at long last her wait was over. He must have been among the first through the west gate, for mere moments later the old oak doors flung open. A familiar figure stood in the doorway, chiseled, somehow even more handsome than she remembered him, glistening in the rain. She let out a low moan and was in his arms before she could stop herself. It had been an entire year, and she couldn't contain her passion any longer. She stopped kissing him just long enough to breathe a single word, causing his eyes to shine with desire. "Upstairs," she whispered. I should not have access to this as a young child at this point in the game. I wonder what was upstairs. Ma'am never read me this book. As well she should not. Just saying. This stream took an interesting turn, right? Books stacked on books full of sheet music. I bet Ma'am has most of it memorized by now. Yeah, I'm... If it had gone much further than that, I would have been like, nope! But... Nana always keeps her door locked when we have guests. I don't think she trusts adventurers very much. Well, they do tend to show up in someone's house and steal their stuff, so... We have another cat? Oh, Shadow. Nana would kill you if she found you sleeping in one of the guest beds. How did you even get in here? Okay. Ralph Silverwind, warrior, penned on the 6th of Star Month. Whenever the call to adventure brings my party to these distant mountains, admittedly not all that often, we are very happy to stay at the Slothful Dragon. The innkeepers are cordial and eager to please, but more importantly, they know how to respect the space and privacy any true adventurers will need after a demanding journey. My companions and I have shared more than one soul-bearing conversation in this modest chamber, and have hitherto never been harassed or interrupted. The food is decent as well, if a little plain by capital city standards. All in all, the Sluggish Dragon is a pleasant place to rest your heroic limbs at the end of your latest quest. Oh, that's a pretty shining review of the inn. Nothing like hiding the author's romance novels and Easter eggs in a cute fluffy game. Right? Guests don't stay in this room very often, but Nana says it's important to always have clean bed sheets and fresh drinking water anyway. Well, I can definitely agree with the bed sheets. The water you can probably leave unfilled until somebody actually shows up. Because you don't want it to start tasting weird, because you know how water sits, and water left to sit overnight tastes like really, really weird. These adventurers were so rude to Ma'am when they came in, barely said anything to her at the door. Well. Pet the cat again. Okay. So, what's up, Ma'am? Ready to help dish up, Lyric? It's nearly time for dinner. Ready to help. I can't wait for dinner to start. Happy to hear it. I knew I could count on you. Isla, loath as I am to pull you away from your music, it's time to dish up. Come help your sister. Now, it might look like there's plenty of food, but with the entire village coming to dinner, we can't afford to drop a single morsel. Well, I've only taken a few bites, but I have to say this meal already lives up to the occasion. Compliments to the chef. I have to agree, delicious as usual, Caroline. You flatter me, gentlemen. It's nothing special, honestly. Maybe a bit more garlic in the potatoes than usual. A bit more. Call me old-fashioned, but I can hardly taste the vegetables underneath all these spices. You know, when your father used to make his signature mashed potatoes, he would put just the tiniest sprinkle of... I know. A sprinkle of thyme and a dash of rosemary. I'm using my own recipe here, not Dad's ancient one. And what's wrong with tradition? We have recipes that have been in the family longer than Sleepy Dragon itself. Elspeth, I don't think your daughter's saying there's anything wrong with it how Fergus used to make them. Hey, Lyric. Thanks for sitting at this table instead of with your friends. I can't imagine a more boring conversation. No problem. I didn't want you to get stuck listening to Mam and Nana bicker all by yourself. The culinary arts have come a long way since the Bronze Age, ma'am. It isn't disrespectful to add a modern flair to an old dish. Culinary arts. Ha! Globbing heaps of haphazard fixings on your plate until you can barely taste a thing. You whippersnappers simply don't appreciate... So Kelsey really broke into that man's house? He doesn't look very friendly. I wonder what his deal is. Actually, me and Kelsey went in there together. I think he used to be an adventurer. He has this big sword and everything. Whoa, really? That was pretty dangerous, Lyric, but also pretty cool. What's he doing in Pyreside, then? Dunno. I don't think I want him here, though. He looks so angry all the time. So it sounds as though we can all agree there's value in tradition, as well as being open to new ideas. I certainly think so. Take blacksmithing, for example. We should give him a chance. He's probably got some dark, tragic secret in his past. You know how adventurers are. Speaking of...
The adventurers what passed through our village. Didn't care for them in those days. Didn't understand. In truth, they were heroes, out braving the dangers of the world and making it safer for the rest of us. But through the eyes of a little girl, they were cold, arrogant, certainly not deserving of the care Mom and Dad showed them.
I can kind of see that. Back to your plates, ladies. You're gawking like you've never seen a rude adventurer before. They didn't even notice we were all sitting down to a village dinner. Imagine being that self-absorbed. Just their way, isn't it? It's nothing new. Certainly not. My old grandmother would go on and on to anyone who'd listen about how boorish and oblivious adventurers could be. Ma'am, may I be excused? I want to see if my friends are done so that we can find a good spot to watch the pyrolights. You finished your dinner already? Stars above, you're going to choke if you eat any faster. What about your face, Sprouts? I ate most of them. Well, then you can watch most of the pyrolights before I send you up to bed. Unless you'd rather finish your sprouts. Okay, I'll finish them. Ding. All right, Hart. I tell you to be on your best behavior, but I know you're already planning on it. Your mother and I are going to watch the lights with some of the other grown-ups. We're going to be drinking. Stars, James, she knows what wine is, and why it's a drink for adults. Don't you, Lyric? Yup. Wine is what you drink with your friends that makes you all loud and annoying, and laugh at jokes that aren't funny. Can't tell if that was sarcasm or not. She really is our daughter, isn't she? Well, she's mine at least. I've actually been meaning to tell you about a dashing adventurer I met around 9 years ago. Very funny. Dashing or not, no adventurer could have peeled your eyes from this handsome devil. What was that about sarcasm again? Have a good time, Lyric. We'll come find you in an hour or two when it's time for bed. We love you, Hart. If you need anything, go bother your sister. Going back to the I'm scared. I'm scared about how these conversations are going. Just saying. Love you too, Dad. I will. Like, it could be different for this game, but there are just, like, so many things that are usually death flags going up here. Hey, Lyric, I hope you and Kelsey can still make up. Tonight won't be as much fun if we can't all enjoy it together. We'll go talk to Kelsey in a minute. Oh, we don't want to interact with that just yet. Yeah, that... We'll talk to you in a sec. Why are they fighting? Or what conversation are they having? Huh? What are you doing down here, Lyric? The show's starting soon. Get up to the overlook with your friends. Thousands of twinkling lights riding over the lake. You're going to love the sight, dear. Okay, what's Isla got to say? Oh, hey, Minnow. Did you need something?
Huh?
I'm fine, but what about you? You seem a little sad. Sad? Oh, no. Just waiting for the lights. Speaking of, you should run along to the overlook. I saw your friends up there claiming all the best spots. If you don't go now, your friends are going to take all the best spots. You won't be able to see a thing. Okay, that's almost time for the pyro lights. Yeah. It's not going to let me go much farther than here, it seems like. Yeah, okay, I'm stuck up here. Alright, let's talk to Kelsey. We can watch the pyro lights together, but I'm still mad at you. Mother wouldn't let me have any dragonberry pie. Hey, Finn, are you ready to watch the pyro lights? Yeah, I can't look at you because I don't want to miss it. You can stand next to me if you want, though. There's Kelsey coming up. So, where are they? I don't see anything. Oh boy. Was that a bad... Oh, boy. Yeah. Lyric, grab my hand! This way, now!
We came to know it as the shadow. It sounds mundane, doesn't it? Unassuming. None of us had any notion what it was or where it came from, which only deepened our fear of it. I know what comes after in most stories. Gathered up a party of misfit heroes and set off to vanquish evil, did I? I didn't. Never even left the village. Mine's a different sort of story, remember? Full of sadness and sentiment and people very precious to me, if not the great ballads. I lost a few of them that night. Mom and Dad both died in that first storm. A handful of other folks besides. I can speak of it plainly now, but in the moment, well, it took ages to reassemble the shattered pieces of our lives, and things could never truly go back to the way they were. Yet, the shadow passed, and we lived on. What else could we do? What else can we ever?
Oh, okay, Oh, I didn't find there's a couple things I missed. I didn't take the necklace, so that was, one thing there. And I don't know, I must have missed, like, I must have missed the shiny stone somewhere. Oh well. Save story. If I were going to be playing more than one go through of this, I probably should have been saving at each choice, but oh, here we are 7 years later. We're fishing. I thought I clicked, but alright. You dozing off back there, Lyric. That looked like a bite. Right, sorry. I'm awake. Just lost some thought, I guess. No kidding. You haven't said a word in 20 minutes. If you don't mind me asking, what is it you've been thinking about so intensely? You know it'll be 7 years this week. 7 years since the shadow took my parents from me. Your little brother, too. hard not to wonder, what our lives would be like if that hadn't happened. If they'd been away at market or something. Heavy thoughts, huh? No wonder that fish got away. I know how you feel. Finn would have been 13 this week. Mom and Dad have got their brave faces on, but I can tell it's on their minds. You can always talk to me. You know that, right? We've been friends for a long time. I know, Graham. Thanks. Really? So, we won't be eating dinner. Oh well, I've always felt the taste of freshly caught fish was overrated anyway. Very funny. Your net's not exactly full. You got me there. Guess it hasn't been our day. Hate to say it, but we should probably start rowing back soon, peaceful as the morning's been.
They say time heals all wounds. Not so sure myself. Dulls the pain, maybe? Mornings out on the lake became part of my new routine. They made for pleasant distractions, full of songbirds trilling and waves lapping and Graham's easy company. Even the sweetest distractions only that. Truth was, the shadow had settled deep within our mountains, and coils of darkness began creeping into our homes like ivy up the old walls of the inn. We wouldn't be able to ignore it much longer.
Are we talking literally, or are we... There go my headphones again. Are we talking literally, because that seems quite possible, or are we talking metaphorically here? Graham can handle cleaning and gutting the fish we caught. I should get home before it gets any later. Oh. Well, I should have examined that area a bit, maybe. Talk to Graham. Should be getting back, shouldn't you? Seems like your Nana's always needing help around the inn. Okay, that's just a repeat there. The dawn flowers don't glow as brightly these days, but they still attract lots of pretty butterflies. Yeah, I did notice they were a little more dull. Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was concerned for a moment the way that was posed there. Hey, little friend, how's it hopping? You won't tell anyone I made such a silly pun, will you? Our camp out the other night was so much fun, until Kelsey got scared of that old ghost story and demanded Graham walk us home. Anything back here? No? Okay.
Oh?
Oh, Lyric. We out on the lake this morning. Such pleasant weather we've been blessed with. Sorry. Such pleasant weather we've been blessed with. There we are. Yeah, Graham and I have been out here since sunrise. It was just beautiful on the water. I'd imagine so. Myself, I'm taking a short break from minding the shop. I simply had to take advantage of the sunshine. Should probably be getting back soon, though. You never know when those adventurers will pop in looking for a sale. I'll leave you alone then, Mr. Miles. I wouldn't want to cut into any of your precious break time. Thank you, dear girl. Always so thoughtful. You take care now. Oh, there's something glowing over here. Dragonberry? This dragonberry looks ripe. Perfect for baking with. I will definitely take that. Let's see. This is one of my favorite spots to sit and read. But I really should be getting home. This way or up maybe? Is there anything up here that I should be concerned? Oh, cat! Oh, hey there, little kitty. Where did you come from? Comfort the cat. It's okay, kitty. Are you really a stray? There's some food for you up in the village if you're hungry. What a sweet kitty. There's food up in the village. Maybe I can bring you some later. Whew, lot of walking. Oh. Hello. Mr. Byrne, how are you this morning? The squirrels around here. Have you ever seen one act this way? So frightened and frantic? That does look like a very overactive squirrel to me, compared to the other ones in the area. No, I guess I haven't. It looks panicked about something. Has to be something out of the ordinary. The rodents that live in these mountains don't have many natural predators. Jax just started falling asleep. Well, Jax, it's all right. Come on back here, boy. You all right? Blasted thing didn't bite you, did it? No, I'm okay. Just startled. I guess you were right. The squirrels around here never act like that. It's eyes. You noticed too, then. Thought I was crazy. There was an almost greenish glow to them. Never seen anything like that before. Be careful getting back to the village, Lyric. You notice any other creatures acting strange, you let me know right away. Okay, I'll do that. Well, I guess it's time to keep an eye out for stuff. It's much easier getting down to the lakeshore ever since Byrne built this bridge. He cut down a lot of trees to clear a path, too. Well, I'm sure the trees went into the bridge as well. Or at least that would make sense to me. What do we have here? Wonder what he's planting in this new garden bed. Fishing is one thing, but I'm not sure I could handle bigger game. Glad the town's got someone else to do the hunting. I doubt Byrne would appreciate me breaking into his house while he's away. I'm not a kid anymore. Well, it was worth a check, at any rate. What do we got going on down here? Oh? Oh, hello. This is a thing. Someday I'll leave Pyreside, travel the world. Back down the bridge, I guess. Vern has some real muscle under that cloak. Can't be easy chopping down an old fully grown tree. That's a little out of that sentence is a little out of order there. Instead, yeah, it shouldn't say chopping down a fully grown tree, but yeah. Ah, yes, the Pyre Woods. What was up this side of the creek again? Anything important? Maybe? No? Okay. Worth a shot. Ah, there's Kelsey. Finally! You know you were out on that boat the entire morning, right? I was starting to get impatient. Did we have plans I didn't know about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Just because I didn't tell you about them doesn't mean we didn't have any. I do think that does kind of mean that we didn't have any in that case, Kelsey. You're helping me pick topper mushrooms. Come on, there's plenty growing over by the old manna tree. Hold on. I need to see if it's okay first. Nana might have some chores for me this afternoon. Ugh, fine. We can make a quick stop at the inn. By the way, what were you and Graham doing out on the lake so long? Kissing, right? I bet you were kissing. Do we... the truth, or do we, or do we just let her think that? That's right, we were kissing. Hard. Don't try to hide it with jokes. I've seen the way you look at him. The way I look at him? What are you talking about? We're friends. For now you are. We'll see. Graham isn't bad looking, you know, for a Pyreside boy. I guess you're right, or you kiss him then. That's a response. You kiss him then if you care so much. He's probably bad at it. Remember the nobles that came through town last week? There was a handmaiden with them, Southern Airhead. She practically threw herself at Graham and he was completely oblivious. She kept asking him about bridge barley. Like she really cared. Anyway, if you're done making me wait for you, let's talk to your Nana. I want to pick some mushrooms before I'm old and wrinkly. Ah. We have a party now, apparently. You're kidding, right? I've been waiting all morning. I'm not quite seeing animals acting weird. I'm still keeping an eye out, but... Seems like the best option is just go straight back to the village. Yeah, that squirrel seems normal. What we got going on down here? Oh. I should get back to the Sleepy Dragon and talk to Nana. She might have some chores for me to do. Yep, the village. It's right there. Yep, same thing it's always said. Calling me out for reading. Oh, does this say anything new now? It's all very, very fascinating, but we're in a hurry. Can we please go talk to your Nana? You're gonna have to wait. Hi there, Lyric. Kelsey. William and I were just chatting about some boring work business. Did you find young women need something? I'd say it's hardly boring business. Constructing a pen for a newborn oryx is meticulous and meaningful work. To you, of course. But these are busy teenage girls, Mr. William. Your interest in theirs may not always line up. No, it sounds interesting. I think it sounds interesting. Is there a new oryx calf in the barn, Mr. William? Very nearly. In fact, your old friend Luna is the expectant mother. We're hoping for a smooth and painless birth. In any case, I'm certain just the 2 boards across the back will be enough. We'll still need that extra space. No problem. Isaac could make those cuts in his sleep. Now about the base of the design. Just check it. Let's go, Lyric. They're in the middle of a conversation. Friend of yours, Lyric? Why am I not surprised? I can't walk past the chickens, apparently. Yep, can't go in there. Is there anything? Now I know you're messing with me. Why else would you ever step foot in that smelly barn? I'm definitely messing with you to... Maybe you've got something blocking your ears. I want to pick mushrooms! Please, stop dilly-dallying! Okay. If you're hungry, I know where you can find some topper mushrooms with your name on them. We're still getting some fun interactions here. Hang on. Hey there, Lyric. Kelsey. Fine day, don't you think? At least it would be if I didn't have all these orders to polish. Should be a crime to work this hard when the weather's this nice. My old man's gonna kill me if I don't finish these up by sundown. Maybe we can chat more later. This isn't the inn, in case you weren't sure. At this point, I just want to hear all the snarky replies. Here we are at my house, but I could have sworn I told you to go to the inn. What could have happened? Even Albie wants you to quit fooling around and do what I say. And he doesn't even like me. You know that. Come on, Lyric. What are we doing? Don't be mean. You know I don't like going in there. You want me to beg? Fine. Please, Lyric, will you stop wandering around the village like a drunk staring at random things? Please? I love this so much. Breathtaking, huh? The way the sunlight sparkles on the surface of the lake, the mountain vista on the horizon. You've seen it 1,000 times before. Are you trying to annoy me? Are you this much of an old lady? We'll go talk to him in a moment. Donovan keeps the keys to the old apothecary. He says he doesn't want adventurers wandering in and helping themselves. Thugs. One time an adventurer stole 20 coins from a flower pot in my bedroom. My bedroom! Okay, that's the clothing shop, so that's... Hey Toast, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Ladies, keeping busy, are you? Fishing, chores, mushroom picking. Nothing too exciting. Afraid that's about as exciting as things get here in Fireside. You want danger and romance, maybe adventuring's more your speed. Me, I'll be spending the afternoon planting a new crop of kale and this evening fixing up an old bookcase. Thrilling life it is. Lunch at work, so that's a win. Hey, we take those. Take care now. Plenty of work to be done. What do we got going on down here? Nothing? Okay. Do. Oh. The door opened before we even got there. Traveling merchant. Got chili dogs and fries. Nice, Toast. Traveling merchant. Pardon my clumsiness. I was just bidding farewell to the innkeeper and didn't think... And pardon me again, but I must say it. I hadn't expected to encounter two young women as lovely as yourselves, in so humble a village. Oh no, Kelsey's smitten already. I think we're gonna let Kelsey respond. How sweet. It's true, you won't find proper women like us in any of the other backwater towns around here. My name is Kelsey. I design clothing and accessories at the tailor shop down the road. Oh, and this is Lyric. Charmed. My name is Thomas Kilton. I'm a traveling merchant by trade, only now bringing my affairs this far north. I'd not planned on making Fireside a regular destination, but perhaps I'll have to reconsider such a delightful place.
Didn't know what to make of Thomas right away. Kelsey had fallen head over heels, of course. He was a man, after all, and one we hadn't known our whole lives. Strange to recall that morning, considering what would happen between us.
Gorgeous. I think my knees actually buckled when he smiled at me. Should I make him buy me a drink or play things coy? Okay, so there was that kind of undertone to that. I wasn't wrong about that. Now you might be a little I'm not sure about this guy. But he is handsome. I'll give him that. I guess he's pretty handsome. Not sure about that drink, though. He's got to be at least 10 years older than us.
Mm-hmm.
So, 10 years is nothing. I'm very mature for my age. Kelsey, just don't. Don't. But sure. That's not the word I would use. Whatever that means. Come on, will you? No more distractions. Okay. We'll go talk to Nan in a moment. Let's see what's going on here. They'll speak up if they need something. Best to leave busy adventurers to themselves. Cat. Oh, Stormy. I'm surprised you haven't singed all your fur off by now, sleeping that close to the fireplace. Doo-doo. Kelsey's probably going to stop me. Work is the normal levels of busy. Well, at least it's not too bad. When did I last have something interesting to write in my diary? Afternoon, Shadow. Staying busy? He... Thought so. Life's really something when you're a fluffy kitty. Maybe a quick change of clothes. Change into blue, why not? Bluebird, bluebird, sing your pretty song. Isla couldn't still be sleeping, could she? It's past noon. Locked, as usual. Maybe Nana has secret treasure hidden away and doesn't want some random hero looting it. See, that's what I was saying before. Last time I saw that. What have we got going on here? Hopefully he leaves some kind words. Oh, the water got moved. Oh, what's going on here? This overcoat is so stylish and fancy. Seems like our merchant friend isn't light on coin. How long is this party planning to stay? They've been in Pyreside a few days already. Okay. Now we'll talk to Nana to satisfy Kelsey's impatience.
Well.
Ah, there, dear. Back from your excursion out on the lake? It certainly was a beautiful morning for it. Sure was, even though the fish weren't exactly biting. Were there any chores you needed my help with this afternoon? Kelsey wants me to go mushroom hunting with her. I suppose your old Nana can manage without you. Run along now before I change my mind. Oh, there is one quick thing you can do for me. Be a dear and go wake up your sister. Heaven knows how she's still sleeping at this hour. I'm on it. Thanks, Nana. Isla, time to wake up. It's afternoon, lazy bones. Hello? Nana needs you downstairs. Nana, she's not answering. Are you sure she's in there? Well, her door's locked, isn't it? Ah, bother. Oh, you go ahead and run along with your friend, dear. I'll speak to your sister another time. Yeah, I'm concerned about it too, Toast. That's... Pet the cat, you know, try to soothe the anxiety. We've already had some bad stuff happen this story so far. Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Okay, I'm ready to go. After you, impatient girl. Bye, Nana. I'll be back before dinner. Do be careful, dear. I count on you more than I should.
The longer I live, the more the mettle of dear old Nana impresses me. Those years should have seen her well taken care of. Mint tea and knitwork by the fire. Instead, she was on her feet, scurrying about here and there, task after task, night after night, till the day the woman died. May she sleep soundly. It wasn't fair, losing Mom and Dad like we did. It wasn't fair to any of us. Nana never complained, never wavered. I take strength from her example, even now.
Time period this seems to be in, feeling this is going to twist into a different kind of game. Yeah, we've already had basically a calamity happen earlier in the first part of this game. So, what's with your sister anyway? She's been acting so weird lately, locking herself up in her room and sleeping all morning. Father thinks she's on something. One of those bubbly potions that merchants sell off the back of their wagons. Isla's not on some potion. Your dad thinks that about every traveler who looks at him funny. Okay, but doesn't it make you mad? You've been helping your Nana so much. We can't even pick mushrooms without checking in. Meanwhile, Isla's getting up to who knows what, acting all dodgy and staying in her room for hours on end. It's gotta be frustrating. I think the truthful is... like, the kind answer is this, but the truthful is that it's going to be a little bit to work around. We don't know what's up with her yet. Something's going on. She might be... we don't know. We haven't seen enough of her during this part of the story. We don't know what's going on. Could be sick, true. I don't know. I guess I trust her. Whatever's been going on, I'm sure she'll get through it. I bet it has something to do with the summer solstice. You know, the big anniversary on everyone's minds. Could be. Isla's always had a hard time talking about what happened. Not as though it's been easy for the rest of us. Lyric, I should have thought about that before bringing you here. We can look for mushrooms somewhere else if you want. No, it's okay. I'm okay. Thanks, though. Okay, then. You start here. I'll look up by the tree. And remember, red means they're not quite ripe yet. Got it? Okay, let's see if we can find... That's red. So, this one? Whatever's going on with Isla, I hope she's okay. I'm sure she just has a lot on her mind. This time of year is never easy for any of us. Still, I wish she would just talk to me about it. Uh-oh. No! Oh, that might be a squirrel? Anyway. What's going on? Kelsey, are you okay? That squirrel! It jumped at me, and now it's just laying there. What's wrong with it? It's breathing so heavily. Oh no. It's the same one from before. We have to help it. Well, hello, new person. I'm afraid it's too late for that. Step back, ladies. Too late? What do you mean? The poor beast has been infected by the shadow curse. See the green glow about its eyes? Surefire sign. Pray for your own good. Do not approach the creature. Even with your help, it would not be long for this world. Wait just a second. What are you going to do? You may want to avert your eyes, ladies. This is no sight for innocent village folk such as yourselves. Oh boy. Should I stop him from doing something, or should I just let him do it? And remember, we're supposed to report back about this creature to Mr. Byrne. This is a no-win question, really. You're not wrong about that, dude. The poor thing does look like it's in pain, though. If he's about to end its suffering, you know, that might be the choice to go with, is to let him do it. I don't know. But if it's infected with the shadow, that's not good for the village to stop him at any rate. Okay. Yep. I had a feeling. Even in death, the beast could still be dangerous. Shadow sickness is something not even our brightest scholars fully understand. Best to stay away even now. Let the soil in the woods reclaim this poor creature. Take care now, ladies. We're off to meet our newest recruit a little deeper in these woods.
If I didn't care for adventurers as a child, by my 16th summer I came to resent them. Even when doing something noble, they were so smug and self-important. Rarely paid much mind to the humble folk who spent our days tidying their rooms and fluffing their pillows. Worse still, none of them had managed to vanquish the shadow. Not in all those years. What good's the hero if he can't slay the dragon?
Huh?
Lyric, Kelsey, is everything okay? Isaac was helping me carry tackle back to the village and we heard a scream. Yeah, we're okay. Just a little shaken. That squirrel attacked Kelsey, but some adventurers showed up to help. They said it had something called shadow sickness. Shadow sickness? As in the big, evil, deadly shadow. I guess so. I saw it earlier when I was coming back from the shore. It had the strange green look in its eyes. Well, it doesn't matter now. The adventurers put the rabbit thing out of its misery. The adventurers? Why were they out in the woods? Did they say? Dunno. Something about meeting someone. Does it matter? Maybe not. Lyric, have you seen your sister today? I haven't seen her, but she's locked up in her room as usual. What does Isla have to do with any of this? Listen, you should go talk to her. I have a feeling she might know something about this whole mess. I'll give the poor creature a proper burial. Go on now. Trust me. Wait, the adventurer said it could still be dangerous. Well, okay. I'll be careful not to touch it with my bare hands. I'm sure I can find gloves and a shovel back at the workshop. Poor thing. I don't understand what we're doing here. What's Isla gonna know about a sick squirrel? And why do we care? I mean, it's not really our problem anymore. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Her door's still locked. Who knows what she's been doing in there? Stars, Lyric. Just move, will you? Is your Nana looking? No, she's helping that merchant with something. Kelsey? There. One hairpin and 5 seconds later. Now we can stop asking stupid questions and find some hopefully less stupid answers. She's annoying but also hilarious. Anyway, hopefully the sister isn't infected, or maybe she's the recruit. I'm not sure. Maybe. Uh-huh. What the? This place is a pigsty. What's wrong with your sister? I don't know. I guess it's been a while since I've been in here. I had no idea it had gotten this bad. Go and explore some... Oh, there's a note? Did she run away? I think she might have run away. Hang on. It's filthy in here. Has she really been living like this? Lyric, you need to read this. I think I've interacted with everything, so... Lyric, Minnow. Oh no. If you're reading this, then I've already left Pyreside. I debated in my head 100 ways I could say goodbye, but they'd all be so painful to speak aloud, you know? I guess your big sister is too much of a coward to look you in the eye and say these things. I've gone with a party of heroes on their quest to destroy the shadow. That vile creature, that demon, still out there lurking in the mountains. I'm expected to sit quietly in our little village and hope someone else kills it someday? How can I when it took Mom and Dad away from us? And then scratched out, give Nana a kiss from me and tell her I regret leaving this way. When I come back, I'm sure I'll have all sorts of thrilling... So, I think you were right on that, Toast. I think she's the recruit. She's just leaving? Lyric, this window's wide open. Looks like she tied some bed sheets together and climbed down. Come on then, what are you two waiting for? Well, that seems like a very conveniently placed bridge over the water. Just saying.
There it was. Isla had been training with the adventurers. For a good while too, judging by the grace of her draw. Seems a petty thing in hindsight, but in that moment her secret struck me as a personal betrayal.
Yeah, I can see
Flurry
that.
of emotions marching into that clearing, burned and bitter. A pot of stew boiling over.
Oh boy. Lyric, what the hell is this, Isla? What are you doing with these people? Why are you using a bow? Listen, Lyric, this isn't the best time. Please, we can talk about this back home, okay? We're talking about this right now. Who knows when I'll have another chance to talk to my own sister? Fine. The little minnow can't be patient. Let's talk. The minnow phrasing is being a little annoying, you know, in this context. Just saying. I can see that making things worse. I think we should probably dial it down a little bit. You know, try to keep it a little bottled slightly, you know. Don't want to say anything we regret. We probably will anyway, but we'll see. You were really just going to leave Pyreside without telling me? Just leave me and Nana alone to run the inn? Think for a second, Lyric. I'm doing this for you, for Nana, and for all the other families out there broken by the damn shadow. So what? So what? You're going to go out and slay the shadow yourself? That's ridiculous, and you know it. Someone has to do it, girl. Someone has to take up the sword. And that someone has to be my sister? She's never fought a monster in her life. You think she's going to become some kind of hero? Lyric, you don't know what you're talking about. Just go back up to the inn, okay? I'll come talk to you when you've calmed down. You've clearly made up your mind. When are you leaving? Oh, that was a... You've clearly made up your mind. When are you leaving? Tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Then fine. I'll go back to the inn, but I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to let you spin this to be anything but selfish. Whew. Nana! Yeah. Nana, I need to talk to you. It's about Isla. Oh, Lyric, I fear Donovan's just told me. Apparently your sister shared her plans with Isaac and the dear boy just couldn't keep it in. How can she be so selfish? How can she just leave us? No doubt the consequences of leaving Pyreside weigh heavily on her, but she believes she believes she's doing what's right. Dear, I'm going to talk to her, but I don't expect it to make any difference. She's like your mother in that way, so stubborn. I know it's hard and unfair, to you most of all. Nana, what can we do? We can try to stay calm, and we can try our best to see things from Isla's perspective. She loves us dearly. That has never been in doubt. Lyric, if we can't convince her to stay, we must do our best to prepare her for her journey, so she may return to us safely. Take some time in your room if you need it. But then you should ask around the village for help. I'm certain you'll find plenty. Okay, I think I can do that. When did I last have something interesting to write in my diary? I guess I do now. Yeah, we're gonna stick with blue for now. Why didn't you tell me, Shadow? I bet you knew before anyone. Yeah. ... makes sense there. Yep. Still locked. What we got anything interesting in here? Oh, someone's here. Ah, yes. Thomas. Oh, hello there. Lyric, was it? I'm happy to report my stay has been quite satisfactory thus far. What a charming little inn. Right, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Although I'm embarrassed to say I overheard a little of what's going on downstairs. The girl leaving with the adventurers, your sister. Yeah, that's my sister. I'm sorry you had to listen to that. I may have gotten a little heated. Nonsense. For what it's worth, I believe your anger was justified. Seems rather selfish of her to leave this place behind. Well, I know a little about what you're going through. It wasn't a sister for me, but a best friend. I suppose the call to adventure is too much for some folks to resist. I'm sorry to hear that. What happened to your friend? Listen, I'd like to help. You and your grandmother have provided such pleasant hospitality. This is the least I can do. Oh, we got something. That's called a firefly lantern. They're exceedingly rare in these parts, enchanted with ancient elf magic to burn longer and brighter. I haven't tested it myself, but it said a firefly lantern will keep its warm glow even in the darkest, dankest crevices of the world. Oh, Mr. Thomas, thank you, but I'm sure I can't afford this. I'm quite certain you can. It's free of charge, after all. Oh, and then I skipped the dialogue. Whoopsies. Please, just accept it. Protest any further, and you'll be putting both of us in an awkward position. I wouldn't want to do that. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. I'll be sure Isla takes it with her tomorrow. Huh? Oh, and one more thing. It's just Thomas. Mr. sounds so stilted. I'd say we're past such formalities, wouldn't you? Well then, thank you, Thomas. Truly. You're most welcome, Lyric. Take care now. This is probably still locked. Pompous jerks. Yep. Sorry. Just that phrasing. Anyway. Well, dear, have you spoken to everyone who might be able to help? Isla should be well prepared for the road. Any ideas? My son went down to the woods for a breath of fresh air. Wouldn't be surprised if he was thinking of some way to help. Okay, let's go talk to people. Anyone up here? Yes. Who we got up here? Ah, Graham. Lyric, I'm sorry. I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now. Are you okay? I'm not sure, Graham. I already lost Mom and Dad. Now Isla's leaving too. I still have Nana, but I just don't know. Yeah. I've been thinking a lot lately. It's that time of year, I guess. Thinking about what's important, who's important. I just want you to know I'm glad you're staying. Staying? What do you mean? Staying in the village? Well, yeah, staying in Pyreside instead of going off with Isla and those adventurers. Going on some epic quest, whatever adventurers do. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. You know, like the heroes in the classic stories. Their humble village gets attacked, loved ones struck down by some great evil, so they set out to save the kingdom and restore peace. Really, Graham? The heroes in those stories are brave and clever and strong. They wield legendary swords, not brooms and mugs of ale. That's Isla's story, maybe. Not mine. Well, like I said, I'm glad you're staying. But you're wrong, Lyric. You are brave and clever and strong. All those things. More than anyone I've ever met. Graham. Oh, I thought this was going this way. I don't mean to muck things up or complicate an already emotional night, but I can't hold it in anymore. I'm crazy about you, Lyric. Have been for a very long time. Dude, oh my god. No, he's about to fart. I don't think that was what he was trying to hold in. That would make this a lot more awkward, though. Hey Z, how's it going? Take a moment real quick before we make this decision in the game here. Boop. There it is. If anyone here isn't already following Zombie, you really should. Awesome content creator. Good friend of the channel. Good friend overall. Plays a lot of horror games, indie titles like this one. This one's very indie, very RPG maker. Tired and taking care of Grandma, but well, working on a snack. Yeah, I can very well imagine you'd be tired in the midst of everything going on. I hope you have a good snack. Okay, back to the story here. Graham, I feel the same way. I like spending time with you. That's okay, Lyric. I'm not expecting anything from you, and I didn't tell you this to make you...
Huh?
Wait, what did you just say? Oh, this guy was prepared to be turned down! This guy was so ready to be turned down! I do like this character, though. I feel the same way. I like you too, Graham. Whoa, I went over this 100 times in my head, but never considered that was what you would say. I'm not sure what we do now. I guess I'm not sure either, but it's nice to know. Yeah, it really is. Maybe tomorrow after after the adventurers leave, maybe we could take a walk? I know there will be a lot on your mind. It might help you to decompress. That sounds nice. It's a date. Well, in the midst of everything stressful and the story going on, we got that put away. Didn't have to do that, but I wanted to. Have your fave soda. Should not drink soda, but it's a good treat. Nice. Let's see here. Are we allowed in here now? Maybe not. Maybe. We're just staring at it. I guess we're just staring at it. There we go. I'm happy Mr. Miles gave Little Cozy a spot next to Miss Eva. They were always inseparable. You agree with me, don't you, Albie? Isla's being unreasonable. Stop by the clothing shop. There's Kelsey up there.
Oh?
Oh, Lyric. My Kelsey told me what happened with your sister. I'm dearly sorry. But I suppose sympathy doesn't help much, does it? How about something a bit more helpful, then? I've been spinning this cloak for just such a customer. An adventurer in need. Oh, we picked up an adventurer cloak. It's lightweight and comfortable, but durable through the harshest conditions. Warm and nearly waterproof, I'll have you know. I would very much like Isla to have it. Thank you, Mr. Miles. This will really help. Your sister faces a grueling journey. No sense pretending otherwise. But she's strong. Strong like Caroline was. She'll pull through. I'm sure you've plenty on your mind, dear girl. I won't keep you. Hey, Panda, how's it going? Did the door dashing today and made 104 doll hairs? Let's go! And since you have... yeah. Thank you for popping in. We will drop this. For Panda. Y'all should go check out Panda too. For spooky games and all sorts of fun streams. Whew. Sorry. Suddenly lost my train of thought. I don't know. Just distracted thinking about various things, I guess. Let's talk to Kelsey here. So, I've been thinking about your idiot sister and how to keep her idiot self alive out there in the overworld. I can surely spare a set of boots and gauntlets, leathers and furs. Any of our standard gear will be better for travel than what she's got. If she's gonna go on pretending she's an adventurer, she should at least look the part. I'll make sure she's suited up by morning. Isla might actually look decent for once if I'm the one dressing her. No offense, but your sister has a miserable sense of fashion. Thanks, Kelsey. I mean it. Don't mention it, alright? This is what friends are for. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do. You're looking pretty beat, Lyric. You should think about trying to get some sleep before long. Okay. I'll steal the bedroom. No. Oh. Mr. Miles does all the laundry these days. I bet he never expected to be a single father. This painting is of the capital city. Wonder if Mr. Miles dreams of moving there, away from Pyreside. Calculated it out, it was equal to like $16.25 an hour. Jeez. It's making good bank. We'll read that in a second. What a beautiful portrait of Miss Eva. Do I always have such heavy bags under my eyes? Maybe I should start using some of Kelsey's oils and lotions. Wait, this is Kelsey's personal diary. Should I really read it? Now we're questioning whether reading people's diaries is a good idea? Maybe there's a reason for that. I think we'll let her keep her thoughts to herself. Oh, I didn't want to go back in this room. Alright, time to continue onward to the apothecary. Are they gonna let me in? Oh, nope, I need to talk to Donovan, probably. In that case. Let's see. Oh. Hello. Oh, little Lyric. Just the girl I was hoping to see. Well, one of them anyway, but you were at the top of the pile. Would you be a darling and run up here a moment? I could use your help with something. Shouldn't take more than a spell. Sure. Be right up, Miss Molly. Lifesaver you are. Mind that middle stair. Okay. I was gonna come in anyway, so I guess that works out. What else we got going on here? Anything to examine? Haven't had any lessons in a while. Can't say I miss them. Can always count on the Dunnets for fresh fruits and veggies. Nope, nothing to examine down there. Anything new up here? Well, she's gonna be in that room. Let's check this one. I don't think Graham bothers with pet fish anymore. He's more about catching them and eating them these days. Okay, the woods were still yet somehow brimming with life. Before her in every direction towered groves of massive oak trees, keeping watch over the cavern entrance like ancient guardians. Wild abundance of ferns and ivy climbed free and untamed across the forest floor. Cass had escaped the darkness of the labyrinth. You thought I wouldn't make it, she said, grinning to herself. It was a jeer directed at no one and everyone at the same time. At Cecil for leaving her alone in the elven village. At Abbot Gray for always giving her the tedious chores and feigning ignorance about it. At the boy with the honey-wheat hair for never asking her to Winterfest. Spirits lifted, she took one long breath before setting out into the woods and into the breaking dawn. Cram's always reading one of these fantasy stories. Suppose it would make more sense if I started at the beginning. Here we go. There you are, little Lyric. Oh, I do appreciate your help. You see, I told your grandmother I'd join her for a quick cup of tea this evening, but I found myself without a babysitter.
Oh.
Why even have a husband or son? Always off doing who knows what when they're needed most. You'd think little Hazel deserves better. And I'm certain old Elspeth wouldn't mind me bringing the babe along, but she's been so fussy today I reckon I'd be so distracted anyhow. So you need me to watch Hazel for a few minutes? Oh, that would be lovely. Could you, darling? Of course I can. No problem, Miss Molly. What a treasure you are. Now, don't let her trick you into thinking she needs a meal or a nap. She's had both within the hour. As I said, she's been a bit fussy, but I shouldn't be long. Maybe you could tell her a story. You know how she loves story time. A story, huh? You know, Hazel, you shouldn't always believe the storybooks. They're all just made up. In real life, the heroes don't always win. Sometimes the dragon lives, no matter how many adventurers throw their lives away fighting it. Okay, don't look at me like that. Maybe it's better you wait and find those things out for yourself. Alright then, a story. Once upon a time, there lived a brave woman. She quested all across the kingdom, defeating monsters and performing great feats of heroism. On this particular adventure, she found herself in the middle of a dense forest. A vast expanse of towering trees and green ivy stretched out in every direction. It was, let's see. It was a bright, clear day. As the hero walked, the woods seemed to open up around her invitingly. But something sinister was afoot. You see, the night before, the hero had been set upon by a band of ferocious goblins, greedy, gluttonous creatures that wanted nothing more than shiny trinkets and gold. Begone! The hero fought them off bravely, but when the battle was over, she realized that they had stolen away with something precious. What was that again? Her child! Yeah, that's it. The vile creatures had managed to kidnap the hero's only child. Her child was in danger, and the hero wasn't going to let anything stand in her way. Fight! 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 The art style is adorable, right, Panda? I love the art style. The hero was reunited with her dear child, but it came at a price. During the battle, she had suffered a grievous wound. Oh. Sounds like your mom's home. I suppose we should get to the end of our little story. Suffered a grievous wound. Do we tell the sad ending that would probably result from the grievous wound, or do we tell the happy ending and try not to upset the ma'am? Well, let's go with the happy ending. Somehow, defying all the odds, the hero made a miraculous recovery, having saved the life of her beloved child. Real life doesn't always work that way, Hazel. But that doesn't mean the stories can't. And so the hero lived happily ever after. Back in record time. She wasn't too much trouble, was she? Not at all. I told her a short story and she just stared at me wide-eyed the whole time, like she could understand. I know just the look you're talking about. Makes me reckon she really does understand. But that's the adult man brain talking. Any case, darling, I do so appreciate your help. Even those few spare minutes are such a blessing when she's this age. Oh, and give my love to your sister, will you? She's a truly courageous young woman. That's certain. Yeah, I'll do that. See you, Miss Molly. Thank you again, Lyric, and do give my love to your sister. Well, we didn't pick up an item, but I think that was still important. Is it you're making me jealous with that soda? Yeah. haven't had... I don't remember when I had a soda last. Let's see. I went in there. Oh, it's a flower field. Miss Molly always tells me to help myself. Take a flower, I guess. Oh, we can actually go into the... I interacted with the sign. That was what happened right there, but... Oh, little Lyric. Just the girl I was hoping to see. Really? Did you need help with something, Mr. William? No, just the opposite. In fact, I have a present for you. Well, no, that's wrong again. Reckon it would be more accurate to say Luna the Oryx has a present for you. Old Luna has always been quite fond of you, so I don't think she'll mind you taking some of her milk for your sister. Dude, going, heard you loud and clear. We'll hit the store for some cheer wine. The cherry soda. I do love cheer wine. No rush on getting that, though. That there is midnight milk. Thick, creamy, and chock full of nutrients. Could keep any adventurer going for weeks. Thanks, Mr. William. I'll make sure Isla takes it along. Your sister's tough, but she's gonna need all the help she can get. That milk should come in handy. Wine you can actually drink, right? Yeah? Look, there's little chicks. Aren't they adorable? Is there anything up here that I can actually interact with? Maybe? Hold on. No? There we are. Yes. Ridge barley is used for oryx feed, but it can also be run through the mill to make flour, malt, coffee, a bunch of other stuff. What a versatile little grain. Since this is the first time we're getting to explore this room, this is why I'm actually running around. Okay. Okay. What we got going on here? We've got other places. We can... Hawkeye, sadly can't drink any alcohol. Dude's right there with you on that. In his case, it's an allergy. Food's great. Food would never leave me like my dumb sister. Careful with that thinking right there. Still working, Brianna? Isn't it a little late? Oh, yeah, maybe. Just feeling worried about Isla. And hammering hot steel is my way of working through stress. You want to try? It'll feel good, I promise. Sure, I'll give it a try. Although I might need a smaller hammer than that one. Nonsense, it's hefty but very well balanced. And you're stronger than you think, Lyric. Alright, let's give it a go. Ready? You have to strike in the right spots to evenly shape the metal. It's all about balance and timing. There you go, Lyric. Show that forge who's boss. Just a little more. Not bad at all, Lyric. Ever considered a career in smithing? You're a natural. I think I'll stick with brewing ale and washing bed sheets, thanks. It did feel good, though. Such a rush. Told you. I'm happy to let you have a go whenever you need to let off some steam. Take care of yourself, Lyric. It's not healthy keeping all that stress and frustration inside. Alright, we got... I don't think I examined these areas earlier. This is locked, apparently. Mr. Donovan has always kept his door locked. Well, let's try this door then. Sometimes I wish Brianna was my older sister instead of Isla, which is so mean to say, but I don't care. Your case is multiple medications. Yeah, I know that alcohol can have some bad interactions in that regard. I should talk to Isaac if I could find him. I'm sure he's upset about Isla leaving too. I think they said he was down by the stream? Here's a question. I think I might burn a hint for this one just to be sure. Okay, that was just the asking around for tools stuff again, so... Okay, oh, there's stuff to interact with here. Brianna, or Isaac, whoever it was that fixed my cabinet. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the favor. That broken drawer has been a nuisance for ages. It even cost me a sale the other day. Those nobles came by looking for a particular type of fabric, and I couldn't get the darn thing open. How humiliating. Anyway, with how useless I am at that sort of handiwork, I'm always grateful to have your workshop nearby. It's what makes Fireside so lovely, isn't it? Folks helping one another. Mill has kept this saw working every day for my entire life. Way more reliable than Isla, that's for sure. Just a little bitter. Just a touch. Wonder how well this heavy armor would suit... I wonder how well this heavy armor would suit me. Good one, Lyric. Yeah, gotta love laughing at your own jokes. I know I've done that before. Oh, for a moment there, I was just floating over the water, apparently. Okay, how do I find Isaac? Is he down here? Do. Hey, it's a mushroom. We never did use the mushrooms that I was picking earlier, huh? The story kind of jumped around there. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Lots on my mind today, but I promise I'll come back and talk to you soon. So I need to find Isaac. Where's he at? Come on. Do, do. Oh, here he is. 3 out of your 5 say don't drink, and given their muscle relaxants can see why. Yeah. Here's Isaac. Oh, hey Lyric. I almost didn't see you there. Guess I'm a little distracted at the moment. I know the feeling. Would you like some company? Yours, always. Have a seat, kid. I'm sorry, Lyric. I didn't mean for you to find out that way. I thought she'd be in her room and would tell you face to face. She told me last night. Sounds like I was the only one she'd planned to tell at all. I tried to change her mind. Stars I did. I'm sure you tried too. But we both know how stubborn Isla can be. You know, it used to drive me crazy when we were younger, both good and bad ways. She'd always want to go on some adventure through the woods and wouldn't take no for an answer. I just had to try and keep up. How long did the two of you... I mean, are you still... Oh, no. We dated for a while, but that was years ago. She really never talked to you about this stuff? Not really. I don't know. She used to, but lately she hasn't been opening up to me very much. I guess now I know why. I'm sorry, Lyric. I know you're worried about her. I am too. But if there's anyone that can take on this challenge, it's your sister. She's the strongest person I've ever known. Listen, I made her something. Arrows for her bow. They're the best I could fashion on such short notice. I'll make sure she gets them, Isaac. And thank you. Alright, is there anything that I need to check for down here? Master Burn or anything? Let's go talk. Let's go take a look at... Oh, it's not going to let me interact. It's pretty late, but Byrne used to be an adventurer. He might have some tools or insight that could help Isla. Oh, it's you. Bit late to borrow some sugar. I wanted to talk. Sorry to bother you at this hour.
Huh?
To me? You're not confusing me with someone else. No, it's... My sister is leaving Pyreside tomorrow. She's been secretly training with those adventurers and they're leaving on their quest. I thought... Well, since you used to be an adventurer, I thought you might have some advice for her. Advice, huh? Yeah, I have advice for her. Don't go. Too late for that. Isla's made her mind up. She thinks she's going to be able to kill the shadow or something. And you? You don't think she can? Well, no one's been able to yet. All the seasoned warriors and wizards that come through Pyreside, they're all just marching up to die. Isla's no one special. She's alright with the bow, I guess, but she's never even left the village. Not exactly true. I've seen her sneak out into the overworld at night. Once watched her take down a full-grown owlbear. Are you serious? Why didn't you stop her? She wants to be an adventurer? That's her choice. And if she does, it's best she has some experience before she takes to the road. This clearly isn't some flight of fancy. Your sister's been working towards the goal for a long while. 7 years, I'd wager. You know, the hardest part isn't fighting owlbears. There's danger in the overworld, true. But the hardest part is coming home. Adventure changes a person. If you do come back, you come back different. Better or worse, you see things with different eyes. Sometimes it helps you appreciate your loved ones more. Other times it drives a rift between you. My advice isn't for Isla. It's for you, Lyric. Don't begrudge her for leaving. Don't let this break the bond between you, because there's no coming back from that. Trust me. Thank you, Mr. Byrne. I skipped that through that. Thank you, Mr. Byrne. Oh, that was still an important thing to do right there. I wonder what happens if I go down here to the end of the bridge now. The long walk. Isla, do you really have to go? The long walk back to the village now. Thank you for the arrows, Isaac. I think I've talked to almost everyone. I think I need to talk to Donovan so I can maybe go to the apothecary. That squirrel was acting a little more hyperactive. I wasn't sure if I should check in on that. Okay. Let's talk to Donovan again. Maybe there's... because I think he's here at the inn. Well, dear, have you spoken to everyone who might be able to help? Isla should be well prepared for the road. Any ideas? Just see if there's... yeah, okay, so he's just talking about Isaac then, so I think we might be good. Yes, I think so. I should have at least a few things to offer. I picked this blue flower from Molly's garden. Maybe we could leave it on an adventurer's pillow? Anything to lift their spirits. Very good. Brighten their mood just as the long journey begins. Mr. William was kind enough to offer some midnight milk. He says adventurers can live off its nutrients for weeks. Lovely. Indeed, sustenance is vital on such a quest. Isaac crafted these arrows himself and wants Isla to take them. They seem really well made. My boy does good work. Those arrows will fly straight and true. Mr. Miles says this cloak is perfect for adventurers. Warm, water-resistant, but lightweight enough to be practical. How generous of him. No doubt that material is expensive. Merchant staying upstairs. Thomas? He offered this lantern. I tried to give him some coins, but he refused. Truly, what a lovely gesture, and a wonderful tool. I guess that's all. Hopefully it helps. No doubt it will, dear. You've done what you can for your sister and her traveling companions. The rest falls to them. One last request. Do join Donovan for myself and myself for a cup of tea. Okay, sure. 1 cup might help me get to sleep. Lyric. Sweet, sweet Lyric. Did your folks ever tell you why they gave you that name? Such a lovely story. I like the name. I will say that. No, but I like it. It's different. They would be happy to hear that. Had a dreadful time thinking of what to call you. You know what a musician your mother was. I don't just mean her skill on the piano or her singing voice, lovely as it was. It's how she saw the world. Everything was music. She used to say that she and your father were writing a symphony together. Falling in love, getting married, bringing your sister into the world, it was all a beautiful symphony. She lived with a song in her heart, clear for us all to see. After Isla was born, your folks knew they wanted more children, and badly. They tried, they did, but, well, months without any signs turned into seasons, and seasons turned into years, and your mom and dad began to lose hope. They were happy, certainly, with their beautiful little daughter and the peaceful life they shared, but something was missing. Your mother knew it, and we all knew it through her. Her song was somehow incomplete. So imagine, my dear, what a joy you were when you came into our lives. It had been 5 years since your sister was born. 5 years your parents had been longing to finish their symphony. Do you remember the day she told you? Clear as the summer sky, Caroline came to me while I was knitting in the garden, and her eyes shining and her voice trembling with excitement. I leapt up to hug her before she'd even gotten the words out. But my name, why did they name me Lyric?
Well,
Oh, I suppose I've been drawing things out, haven't I? I should say it seems rather obvious, knowing your mother. You were the final element in their music. Beautiful poetry laid over top the refrain she and James had written, the lyrics to their song. Sweet girl, my sweet Lyric, your parents loved you so, and they would have been so proud to see the woman you've become. Be a dear now. Fill the kettle once more before you head up to bed. Another cup of mint would do you Nana good. We'll ensure your sister and her companions receive all these items by morning. I've no doubt each and every one will be put to use. Yum. Thank you, Nana. Good night to you both. Good night to you, Lyric. Your Nana loves you dearly. Oh, Isla just showed up. Hey, Minnow, you got an extra bedroll handy? You can take one of those bedrolls in the corner. I think they used to be yours anyway. Hi, Alana, how's it going? Crashes in violently. Oh no, the wall! I just fixed it. No. But more seriously, boop. Y'all should follow Alana. For real. For real, for real. Let's see. Okay. I think I just read this, but I'll read it again. You can take one of those bedrolls in the corner. I think they used to be yours anyway. I don't remember a window there points at all. Oh my god, dude. I'm not taking them anywhere, stupid. Here, help me roll one out. Why? What are you doing? Sleeping over, obviously. We're gonna pig out on snacks, talk about our crushes. You know, like old times. And what if I don't want to? Too bad. This was my room before it was yours. That means what I say in here goes. Just grab a bedroll, alright? And stop looking at me like that. Been all over the place, just finished a job interview and now in a state of internal vibrating and unsettled. Yeah. Interviews can always rattle. You know, you can feel like you nailed it, but at the same time, just completely, you know, just worry over it. Like, what if someone else did better? I don't believe you. There's no way you actually jumped. Ask Isaac. Of course he's probably embarrassed about the whole story since he completely chickened out. I remember standing up there. My heart was beating so fast. But for some dumb reason I wanted to impress him. Prove I could do it. It was a good 5 minutes before I'd worked up the courage. But then I steeled myself, took a deep breath, and... Whoop. Ooh. Well, this is, of course, a mix of both things here. Brave or stupid. I think we'll go with brave. That was really brave. I can't imagine doing something like that, especially just to impress a boy. Yeah, well, I've done a lot of dumb things over the years to impress boys. It's never worth it. Isaac was at least sweet to me, unlike most of them. He helped pull me out of the water and found me a towel to dry off. Is that why you broke up with him? He was too sweet and afraid to jump off waterfalls with you? I don't know, Minnow. I think at the end of the day we're just different people. Doesn't mean I don't still care about him. And you? We spent all this time talking about my oh-so-exciting love life. What about my catch of a little sister? You could have a boyfriend if you wanted. You know, some hunky adventurer tripping over himself for the cute girl behind the bar. Not to mention a certain blue-eyed farmer. He told me he liked me today, and, well, I told him I liked him back. I'm not sure what happens now. It's about time. All those intimate boat outings and romantic campfires in the woods. I'm glad you both finally opened your eyes to it. Don't worry too much about what comes next. Just listen to your heart and you'll be all right. I know you will. You're really leaving tomorrow. You have to go? Yeah, I am. I have to go. Remember that time Nana caught you sneaking out after Harvest Fest? And she was waiting downstairs when you got home? Scariest moment of my life. I swear the woman's eyes were glowing in the dark like a cat. Terrifying cat in a frilly nightgown.
We laughed and cried and reminisced as only siblings can through the early hours of the morning. Stole a pile of biscuits from the kitchen after Nana's snores came drifting down the hall. For a short time, we were kids again.
Yeet! Throws the thing of biscuits.
It's a precious one in my memory. Suppose it always will.
And it's morning. So, I guess this is goodbye for now, Minnow. Yeah, I guess it is. I'll see you again. But I need you to do something for me before I go. Just one thing. I need you to forgive me. That's a major branch, I'm sure, in the story here. I think we're going to forgive her. Of course I forgive you. Just be safe, okay? Come back to Pyreside in one piece. Isla, time to go. There goes the adventuring party.
I never did see my sister again. Never found out what happened to her and the others, where their journey met its end. She'd been so bitter after that fateful night all those years ago. She had lost something inside herself, and the pain of it all had slowly consumed her. In some ways, Isla had died long before she left Pyreside that morning.
Man.
I hope the stars granted her a peaceful afterlife among them. I should like to see her there someday. So many things left unsaid.
Man. Oh, and there was a sapphire necklace. I guess I must have... I guess I needed to talk to Byrne a little bit more, but... that's the end of chapter 2. And I think we'll be calling it there for today. We'll be continuing this tomorrow... Or not tomorrow. Friday. I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional. This game has hit a little harder than I anticipated, even though I knew it was going to be rough at points. Heavy story with a gentle view. Yeah. So, thank you everyone for being here today. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you again on Friday. We'll continue this story. And please take care of yourselves. And bye-bye. Bye.